All right, welcome to Blues Game Day Live. John Kelly with the great Joey Vitale. The morning of Game 7, the St. Louis Blues and Dallas Stars for all the marbles tonight here at 7 o'clock, Joey.
Wow, this is why you play it. I remember as kids, you're playing in the driveway. You always play in the basement with your neighbors, your friends, your brothers. It's always Game 7 situation. It's always Game 7, and the great John Kelly is making the call. And unfortunately here tonight, you're not going to be making the call. But the Blues, Game 7 here tonight, it's going to be a good one.
All right, what's the approach from the Blues' perspective after a dominating performance in Game 6?
Well, I think, Game 7s to me really are all about those crucial decisions with the puck. Players so many times in a game, there's critical moments. Do you put it in or do you make a play? In Game 7, for whatever reason, it's that high-pressure game where the players that make the best decisions given the situation are the ones. And I think that's why experience in Game 7 is very important. The St. Louis Blues, 9 players from that 2016 team that beat Dallas 6-1 in Dallas. So I think that's going to play to a huge advantage here in this Game 7 here tonight, all about those decisions, especially at the blue lines.
Joey, Craig Berube made all the right choices in Game 6. He inserted Sammy Blais in the lineup. He scored a goal in his first ever playoff game, and that new-look fourth line that played together down the stretch was really good in Game 6.
Well, they were. You mentioned Sammy Blais. The goal in itself, really stood out. But I liked his game before that. He had 3 hits in that first period. Heading into the second, he was physical. He was playing with kind of that desperation I think Craig Berube really needed out of him. The Oscar Sundqvist, Ivan Barbashev, and Alexander Steen line, that was the line we were talking about before the game that could have a huge impact. I think it did, and I think it will again tonight. I'm expecting to see that group back together. This team, it has a completely different look with those 3 guys back there. It's a shutdown pair. It's a bunch of guys who are smart, make good puck decisions. You notice how Craig Berube started every period with that group. I expect to see the same thing here again tonight. When that line's out there, they're going to be matched up against some top lines of the Dallas Stars.
For the checking job and the back-checking job they did in Game 6, they're going to have to do that again tonight.
Back-checking is important. I thought that was probably the best back-checking game right alongside Game 6 in that Winnipeg series. I thought the back-checking was all over the place, and that's always going to be the key. In big games, you got to keep that high forward. You got to track back hard through the neutral zone. When the Blues do that, it allows the defenseman to stand up. It doesn't allow the Dallas Stars to have easy entries. That's going to be a key point here again tonight in physicality. We mentioned Pat Maroon, leading the team right now in hits along with Braden Shen. I think they had 19 each right now. Roman Polak, a heavy hitter for the Dallas Stars, he's at 15. But it's not always given the hits, but sometimes, John, as you know, it's the taking of the hits. Oscar Sundqvist has taken more hits than any Blues player right now. I think it just shows he just plays that style of that heat-seeking, just head-first kind of style of hockey. He just has been burying his head in all those battles in front of net, in the corners. He had 2 setups in that last game that were big. I look for Oscar Sundqvist to have another big night. He'll just do exactly what he did in Game 6 here in Game 7. That was a stinger. That was an absolute BB. Watching it from above at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, I could not believe how quickly that thing snapped off his stick. It caught Ben Bishop. He went down. A bit of a controversial call, but I thought the refs did a good job letting the play continue. Very fortunate bounce for Alexander Steen, Jaden Schwartz on that tip. But Ben Bishop here, he will get the start here tonight. He's a goaltender that responds very well after losses. So it's going to be a big point for the Blues here tonight. Not only get a lot of shots, but you want to continue to get traffic. Rebounds, second, third chances are going to be important.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot, Joey Vitale.
Okay.
Who will be the hero tonight for the Blues?
The hero tonight is going to be Oscar Sundqvist. I just spoke about him in Game 6. I've loved his playoffs so far. I loved him in the Winnipeg series. I love him on that line. It's a shutdown line. People think it's a shutdown line with Alexander Steen and Ivan Barbashev, but this line has got some offense too. I like the threat he is on the offensive zone. I love the forechecking ability. I don't know if he's going to get the game winner, but I know he is at least going to get the setup for the game winner here tonight at Enterprise Center. In the Blues, we're going to be on. Let's do it.